Hey Taco Team, this is Mr. Granlund. I'm going to go through how to do one of your effects from your movie. I'm just sitting here watching one of my favorite movies here. And all right, let's jump into After Effects. We're going to bring in uh, some of our green screen footage and our door footage. Okay, so I'm going to go into here, new composition. I'll call it Meat Door 1. There might be more than one shot. And click OK. I'm actually not even going to use this. I'm going to import my footage, so right click in the project area, import file, or you can go to File, Import File, Control I on the computer. And I'm going to look for some footage. So we have lots of this green screen footage. I'm just going to grab it all by holding Control on the keyboard and clicking on it. And then I'm going to find one of my shots that has the door in it as well. And I'm going to import that. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to find the footage that I'm going to green out here, and it's MVI 130. So I'm going to right click and new comp from selection. So that makes the composition the exact right size with the footage in it. If I use the mouse wheel and I wheel up or down, I can zoom in and out. Okay. Now as I play through this, I notice that there's a little bit of movement. See that little bit of door movement there? The camera moved just a little bit. So I want to find a part of the movie that the door nothing moves. And it looks like that's a little bit impossible. So, unfortunately, I have to track the footage so that it stays in place. So if it moves, then everything moves together. So, not ideal. Well, there's two ways of doing it. We could do it where we track the footage, or we can find one frame of it and have it stop at that one frame so nothing moves while it's going on. And I think we should go that first route because that's going to be easier. Okay. So to do that, I'm going to go to Layer, Time, and enable time remapping. And then on here, see this little diamond comes up. I'm going to right click and toggle hold keyframe. So it's just going to hold on that first frame the whole time. Perfect. Alright, so now let's key out this footage. So I'm going to type in Keylight, K-E-Y-L-I-G-H-T, all one word, drag it onto this footage. Go to the screen color here, click on the eyedropper, find some green there. That does a pretty good job of cutting it out. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in my other footage of the meat getting squished out. I like this one that's 129, and I'm going to drag that down into here. Now it doesn't look like much in here. I'm going to turn off the eyeball on MVI 130 so I can see this footage here. Now the first thing I realize is that it's backwards. I need to go this way. And also I know that the door or the window part is over here, and I'm going to need to slide this footage over to there. So I'm just going to have it just outside like that so that when it plays it kind of squishes into view. I might have to adjust the timing of everything so that it works right. And I might have to size things up. There we go. Now that meat is really filling up the screen there. Okay. Okay, now on the meat shot here, I need to key out this green screen as well, so I'm going to use Keylight. Again, drag that onto the footage, click on the eyedropper tool, click on the green area, and it works pretty much just in one click. If you want to adjust sometimes you get a little artifacting here. To adjust that out, adjust the screen balance and the screen gain. If you get a nice tight cutout, then you've won. Okay. If you don't, you'll have to go into do some screen pre-blur about 0.5. Do some inside matte stuff. Adjust the intermediate result here, or take a look at the status to make sure that you have a black on white or white on black kind of look to it, and adjust these so that it clips a little bit better, so you have a much tighter edge. You can also do screen softness a little bit, so that when you go back to final result, you have a very clean green screen cutout. I would also do a little bit of feathering. On this as well. So inside the mask, outside the mask, edge color correction. You might have to adjust these. You should probably be okay if you're following along with this. Just adjusting the screen gain and screen balance. Like that. Okay, so now we have this kind of coming and filling up the window. But we still need to get those lockers from behind there, and that's in another piece of footage. 131. So I'm going to drag this down here. And again, the camera moved a little bit, so we need to adjust that as well. So I'm going to go to Layer, Time, Enable Time Remapping, and right-click on this keyframe at the beginning, Toggle Hold Keyframe, so the footage doesn't move. The only thing that moves is that treacherous meat that fills the window. Now there's another effect where you're looking at the meat through the window, and it might be pulsating. You might want to use that effect too. So all I have to do is put in a different meat video here. And that's 148. And when I put that in there, you can see the meat is just kind of pulsating behind the door. That is pretty gross. But there you go. That's how you green screen out the door. Every time you have that green screen in there, you can probably use key light. If for some reason it's not working out right, like on this footage in front here, if you're not getting a good enough key, you can use the pen tool and click a mask. So to do that, I would click on Layer, MV130, and I'm going to click on the edge here to cut out the door. Now we're going to lose the screens in here. Go to Masks, change it from Add to Subtract, okay? And that just makes it like pure black now, which sometimes you're going to have to live with depending on the situation. But if I turn on these other ones, you know, you can see right through there. That works as well. Okay, and there's your tutorial for getting meat through the door.